Welcome to the installation guide for the HV-DWSS-FF. The HV-DWSS-FF by Hydrovos is an under-sink water filtration system. It's easy to install in your home, so we'll show you how to do it step by step. Step 1. Turn off the water supply. Turn off the cold water valve under the sink. Next, open the cold water tap on the faucet to ensure the water stops, and close the tap once pressure is relieved. Step 2. Disconnect the cold water supply line. First, disconnect the cold water supply line from the cold water riser. Step 3. Mount the system. Select an area on the inside of your cabinet to mount the system. Make sure you allow at least 3 inches below the filter to allow for filter changes. Use the bracket as a template to mark the locations for the mounting holes and mount the system shroud. Step 4. Measure the tubing. Measure the lengths of the tubing from the cold water valve to the inlet and from the cold water supply line to the outlet. Cut the tubing at a 90-degree angle to best avoid any leaks. Step 5. Connect the inlet tubing. Take the tubing intended for the inlet and push it through the nut so that the threads inside are oriented toward the cut end. Then, place the ferrule over the end of the tube and push the insert into the opening of the tubing. When you're finished, the tubing should look like this. Align the nut with the cold water valve so that it can be tightened onto the threads of the valve. Ensure the tubing is seated properly, and then tighten with a wrench. Insert the other end of the tubing into the inlet side of the filter head. Gently tug on the tubing for a tight seal. Step 6. Connect the outlet tubing. Select the tubing intended for the outlet and insert one end into the open side of the 3/8-inch adapter. Connect the adapter to the faucet supply line and tighten, being careful not to over-tighten. Next, insert the other end of the tubing into the outlet side of the filter head. Ensure the fit is tight by gently tugging on the tubing for a tight seal. Open the cold water faucet tap above the sink, then slowly open the cold water valve below the sink. Allow the water to run from the tap for 6 minutes. That's it! Be sure to visit our YouTube page for more how-to videos to learn more about your Hydrovos product.